With Henry Cavill's TV adaptation crowned the most watched Netflix show of 2019 and the enduring, seemingly indefatigable popularity of CD Projekt Red's games, it's safe to say that Andrzej Sapkowski's fantasy phenomenon The Witcher is going to be around a while longer. But as the games industry in particular showed last year, there's more to the world of The Witcher than snow-haired protagonist Geralt of Rivia or his distracting pectorals. The CCG spin-off Gwent, based on The Witcher 3's addictive, time-wasting minigame, did decent numbers, and now CDPR's Thronebreaker The Witcher Tales has made the jump over to Nintendo Switch, following in the footsteps of The Wild Hunt a few months back. Thronebreaker is very different to the main series though, swapping out fast-paced action for a compelling combination of exploration, troop management and Gwent. It sees you in control of Queen Maeve of Lyria, facing the reality of an inevitable invasion by the forces of Nilfgaard. I mean, it's always bloody Nilfgaard, isn't it? As Maeve, you'll move across the land with your army in tow, facing monsters and enemy platoons in skirmishes and large-scale clashes. Combat takes the form of a card collection game, one almost identical to Gwent, even using most of the updated rule set, as you and your opponent pick and play cards in an attempt to outmaneuver one another. To the uninitiated, it seems almost hellishly complex at first, but the tutorial is succinct and easy to follow. But even if the card-based combat wasn't on point, the incredible writing and acting would carry it through. Bolstered by a fantastic supporting cast of allies and enemies, Maeve navigates a lethal world of pitched battles and political skullduggery, bringing a depth of character rarely seen in TV shows, let alone games. Her dry, no-nonsense attitude exudes power, but she weathers the trials and tribulations of both ruling a nation and spearheading a defending army with a rough grace that makes her extremely likeable, even in the face of her tougher choices. Now, I always complain about Switch ports that come over to the handheld without touchscreen functionality, but the truth is that the nature of the combat and exploration in Thronebreaker make them both an excellent fit for a touchscreen UI, although it's sadly not present. It's a preferential thing though and doesn't take anything away from the experience as a whole. Between bouts of combat, Maeve travels the byways and roads of Lyria collecting resources in the form of wood, gold and troops. Side quests are offered here and there via fully voiced exchanges, and the more goods you do and resources you collect, the happier your army will be. There are choices to be made throughout, the outcomes of which will often directly affect your army's morale. In handheld mode, the overworld appears beautifully crafted, while each illustrated card is full of colour and detail. Character models in cutscenes are well drawn and the voice acting is impeccable. It loses nothing in terms of sound or aesthetics and feels completely at home on the Switch. If you're reading this at all, the chances are you've been exposed to the world of The Witcher in some way or another already, and if you're a fan of that world, then not only is Thronebreaker The Witcher Tales a great game in its own right, but it's also a worthy entry into the franchise and lore that provides as much intrigue and excitement as any of the other offerings. Hey, if you enjoyed this video and like what we do, please consider giving it a like and hitting the subscribe button, and of course click the bell icon too so you never miss any of our reviews, previews or videos in the future. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the comments.